Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. I am coming to you not quite live from One Take Studios. Why One Take? Because nobody has time to go back and edit things right now. So, today's topic is order of operations, and I'm sure that you've heard of it. But quite frankly, order of operations, if I focus on the letters, here's what I like to call it. Order of operations. Oops. Because order of operations is one of the most foundational elements of math that we can't afford to mess up, but we often do. So order of operations and oops have a lot in common, sadly. You've probably heard of PEMDAS before, which is a nice little memory trick to help you get this down. You may have also heard, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. I like both of these. Memory tricks are nice to have to keep things in your brain. However, they can be a little bit misleading if you are not well informed. So let's kind of take a look at please excuse my dear Aunt Sally here. Please, the P stands for parentheses. Because I can spell. There we go. Parentheses. You start with any operations that are in parentheses first. If you can combine anything there, simplify anything in parentheses, you do that. The E stands for exponents. We are not going to do a whole heck of a lot with that today, but that would come next, so simplifying anything that has exponents next. Now, please note, I put two words on this line. I didn't just do straight down, please excuse my dear Aunt Sally. No, I put M and D together. Why? Why would I do such a thing? Because multiplication and division are really the same thing. They are two sides of the same coin. So if I'm going to divide something by 2, that's the same thing as multiplying by 1/2. So really, if it's essentially the same operation, just from two different perspectives, one of these does not have the priority of the other. And a lot of people look at this and say, well, I'm going to do all my multiplication next, and then I'm going to do all my division, which is not going to necessarily work out. Multiplication and division have equal value, so when we address them, we are going to do them in order from left to right. So multiplication and division, equal value on the left to right, just like the way you read things. If multiplication comes first, then you do that one first. But if division comes first, then you start with your division. The same thing happens with Aunt Sally. Again, if we look at it, it looks like maybe we do all the addition and then subtraction, because the A does stand for addition and the S does stand for subtraction. But again, these are really two perspectives on the same operation. Subtracting 3, that's the same thing as adding a -3. They're really two sides of the same coin. So again, I don't want to prioritize all of my addition first and then subtraction. I am going to again take these as they come at me, as I read, in order from left to right. Why does this even matter at all? Why can't I just make up which order I want to use? Let's see if we can find a good reason for that. I'm going to take 10 minus 4 times 2. And some of you will remember that that dot does stand for multiplication. It's one of the ways that we can write multiplication. And I'm going to write the exact same problem again. 10 minus 4 times 2. If I can do whatever I want and the order does not make a difference, here I might say, well, I can do 10 minus 4. 10 minus 4, I know that that's 6. And that leaves 6 times 2. Ooh, 6 times 2, I know that one. That's going to be 12. And therefore, I think my answer is 12. But what if I want to think about it differently? Can't I just do whatever I want? Maybe I want to start here. Maybe I want to start with the 4 times 2. So that's 10 minus, 4 times 2 is 8. And 10 minus 8, ooh, I know that one. That's 2. Oh, shoot. So which one is it? Is my answer 12 or is my answer 2? One of these is correct. One of these is incorrect. If we don't have a specified order of operations, the world kind of breaks down into chaos because all of a sudden there's multiple correct answers and that would be just very traumatic for us. So, which one is correct? Parentheses, exponents, multiplication and division come next. Ooh, this one I started with the subtraction. That was probably a bad idea. Here I did the multiplication first, and then I did the subtraction. So I did the multiplication first, then I did the subtraction. This is correct. Decorate it, make it happy, happiness and joy. This is correct. And wah, wah, that one is incorrect. So you have to have a specific order that we all follow, otherwise the world descends into chaos. So let's try another one, shall we? Let's go with, I'm going to have 8 times, parentheses, 4 minus 2 plus 3. All right. Again, I don't see any sign between the 8 and the parentheses. That's another way to write multiplication. So it's 8 times this amount. Where do I begin? Does it matter? Yes, absolutely it does. So what's first? Parentheses. We're going to start with everything here. Ooh, bonus question though. There are 2 different operations in the parentheses. Which one will I do first? Because if I'm thinking PEMDAS, maybe I do my addition first and then my subtraction. Or if I remember that they had the same operation and I want to attack them in order from left to right, I'm reading, which one comes first? Subtraction first. I want to start there. I want to start with the 4 minus 2. So 8, we're going to hold on to. The parenthesis we're going to leave there. 4 minus 2 is 2. We keep our plus sign, we keep our 3. There we go. One step closer to simplification. We still have something we can do in parentheses, so we're going to stick with the parentheses. 2 plus 3, that'll come next. 2 plus 3, otherwise known as, now we've got 8 times 5. Now notice I did still write the parentheses here, but can I really simplify 5? No, 5 is already simple, so I've taken care of the parentheses. So now I'm going down my list and looking for what should come next. I see 8 times 5, it's the only operation I see left. 8 times 5 is 40, and 40 is my answer. All right, let's go with one more example. So I've got 12 divided by, because we haven't done anything with division yet, 12 divided by 3 plus 10 times 2. 12 divided by 3 plus 10 times 2. Wherever shall we begin? Pause, thinking. Can you answer that question? Where would you begin? I think, no parentheses, no exponents. I'm looking at my multiplication and division, and I want to address that in order from left to right. The first thing I come across is this division. I'm going to start here. So what is 12 divided by 3? That is known as 4. Keep the plus sign, plus 10, keep the multiplication sign, there we go, times 2. Now, go back to the beginning. This is what we're still looking at, is the 4 plus 10 times 2. What comes next for my order of operations? Again, that multiplication is going to come before the addition is, so I'm going to go to this side next and do 10 times 2. So keep the 4, keep the plus sign, 10 times 2 is 20. And, hey, now one thing left to do, 4 plus 20 is 24. There is my answer. Is it super duper complicated? No, not really. But we do need to keep things in mind. If I can switch this over, I'm going to give it a shot right here. Good news for some of these things is that the calculator knows order of operations automatically. So if I look at what the problem I just did, so 12, I'm using this calculator screen over here, so there's a 12, and then it's divided by, here's my division button, 12 divided by 3, there it is, plus 10. And there we go, and times 2. Do you think the calculator is going to get it right? Oh, goodness gracious, yes. That is the wonderful thing about calculators. As soon as I hit enter or equals here, it's programmed to do everything in the correct order, and it will not mess it up. The only way the calculator messes it up is if you type it in kind of funny. Notice they did change the way that 12 divided by 3 is written. That fraction part is really another way to write a division sign. So that problem is the same, and they got the same answer as us as well. All right, so hopefully here you're going to have an opportunity in the near future to give this a shot yourself. Thank you.